All-time amazing presence. Top 10 famous city in the world. Please subscribe this channel. Number 1. Times Square, New York. Often called the center of the universe, the Times Square in New York City is one of the most popular tourist attractions in the USA, drawing over 50 million visitors per year. It is located at the junction of Broadway and 7th Avenue. The flashlights and the LED screens light up the square in night, offering an outstanding visual experience. The square is filled with restaurants and theaters. It is also famous for the New Year's Eve ball drop that began in 1907. Number 2. Red Square, Moscow. The Red Square is situated in the heart of Moscow, and is deeply linked with the city's history and culture. This landmark of the Russian capital has witnessed many historical events. Bordering the square are the St. Basil's Cathedral, the State History Museum, Lenin's Mausoleum, and the Kremlin, the official residence of Russian President. It was added to the list of UNESCO World Heritage Sites in 1990. Number 3. Rynek Glony, Krakow. At number 3 of the most famous squares is the main market square or Rynek Glony in the Old Town in Krakow. It was voted as the best city square by the Project for Public Spaces in 2005. This medieval square was built in 13th century, making it one of the oldest squares in existence. The pedestrians can reach the square through 13 different routes. The square is surrounded by beautiful townhouses and is occupied by buildings such as Cloth Hall, Adam Mickiewicz Monument and St. Mary's Basilica. It is the venue of numerous celebrations and festivities including famous Krakow Zabka Festival. Number 4. Trafalgar Square, London. The Trafalgar Square is a landmark of London. Located in the city of Westminster, it was built to commemorate the victory of Lord Horatio Nelson against the navy of Napoleon in the Battle of Trafalgar in 1805. The center of the square is occupied by a large statue of Nelson, surrounded by 4 big lion statues and a series of fountains. Statues of various other famous people adorn the place as well. Number 5. Tiananmen Square, Beijing. The Tiananmen Square in the Chinese capital is one of the largest and most famous city squares in the world. Named after the gate which separates it from the Forbidden City, the square is bordered by government buildings and various monuments, including the Mausoleum of Mao Zedong and the National Museum of China. Many historical events have taken place at the square, like the founding of People's Republic of China. In 1989, it became the venue for protests against government by a group of civilians. Number 6. St. Peter's Square, Vatican City. Located directly in front of the famed St. Peter's Basilica in Vatican City, St. Peter's Square is an ellipse in shape. It was designed by Gian Lorenzo Bernini. Its center is occupied by an Egyptian obelisk, installed in 1586 under the direction of Pope Sixtus V. The square is dominated by the massive Tuscan colonnades, 4 columns deep. The square, undoubtedly regarded as one of the most famous city squares in human history, is where believers gather to seek the blessings of the Pope. Number 7. Old Town Square, Prague. The cultural icon of Czech capital Prague, the Old Town Square is located between the Charles Bridge and the Wenceslas Square. It is surrounded by various buildings like Tin Cathedral, Old Town Hall and St. Nicholas Church. Prague Horloge, located on the town hall, is the oldest astronomical clock in existence, having been installed in 1410. The center of the square is occupied by the statue of religious reformer Jan Hus. Number 8. Piazza del Campo, Siena. Piazza del Campo is located in the historic Italian town of Siena. It was built in medieval times, and is shell-shaped. It is regarded as one of the most beautiful city squares in the world. Various classical buildings border the square, such as the Town Hall and the Tower Torre del Monja. Its northwest edge is occupied by the magnificent Fountain of the World. The square hosts a horse race twice a year, Palio di Siena, in which the riders circle the square 3 times. The Piazza del Campo came at number 6 in the list of famous city squares. Number 9. Jma el Fna, Marrakesh. Jma el Fna in Moroccan city of Marrakesh is arguably one of the most famous city squares in the African continent. It has a long history, tracing back to 12th century. One can witness a microcosm of the native culture there. The square is crowded throughout the day. Jma el Fna also acts as a marketplace. Street magicians, snake charmers, traditional medical practitioners, dancers, and sellers of local products gather at the square during the day, showcasing a wonderful visual. Number 10. Zocalo, Mexico City. Plaza de la Constitución, commonly known as Zocalo, is the symbol of Mexican culture. The place traces its history back to the time of Aztecs. One of the largest squares in the world, it is surrounded by a number of buildings with historical and architectural importance, such as the Metropolitan Cathedral and the National Palace. A huge Mexican flag occupies the center of the square, which is ceremoniously raised and lowered each day. The square is often used venue for many public events. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more videos.